Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is our Fxpg Global Limited. You're welcome. And my name is Godwin Emmanuel. Building career in Forex trading starts with taking the decision to do all you can against all odds to transform your financial life by efficiently navigating the financial markets, just like banks and other financial institutions, through the training and mentorship of Fxpg platform. Today is the 5th of July 2022, I will be looking at these pairs: dollar index, EURUSD, GBPUSD, GBPJPY, USDCAD, USD gold, NASDAQ, US30, and USDCAD. To join our academy, kindly visit fxpreneur.com.ng. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this channel and to also share this channel. You can also comment if you have any question or anything at all. Kindly comment so we can give attention to all this. And let's go straight up to what we're looking at. This morning we are looking at the news, and we're seeing that the high impact news we had there is AUD, right? And that was around 12:30 a.m. And so here we don't have any serious news apart from this GBP, and that's about 6 a.m. All right, as you can see, today is actually without news, but don't forget that news are all fake. Just looking at a pair that will likely move. So I'm still looking at EURUSD, GP pairs, CAD pairs to kind of give me some movements. But let's go straight up to the charts. There's a minute. Good. These are dollar index, and this is dollar index on 1 hour. Yesterday we analyzed that this was going to happen, that they have to trade into this zone before we start looking for a movement down. As you can see, they did trade it into this particular zone. All right. When they traded into this zone, then there was this crash down. As you can see, this week, this long week down to this level, because we actually anticipated that, and that was what exactly played out. So now we're also expecting them to cool, to keep on this movement down, all right, to this level. So they've done this, and I want to see them, induce some traders to go long, then they'll push it down. And this is actually dollar index. Dollar index, I'm looking at dollar index to be relatively weak. Let's go straight to higher time frame and see what is happening in higher time frame. This is what we'll have, okay, in higher time frame in 4 hours. So I'm actually expecting this to happen. And meanwhile, this particular movement, this thing here, is actually telling me that these guys might not likely come down here immediately. They might actually do this up. Based on this, I'm looking at them doing this, okay? Looking for a reason to do this. Let's take out this particular high. You get, then and possibly find a way to come down. Okay, so I'm looking at this, but what I'm actually expecting these guys to do is, if they peradventure break above this high, they will take away this liquidity here. So what I'm expecting them to do is just that I want to see them, how they continue with this movement as analyzed this today, by pulling back down, and they've done this. Yes, we want to see them come down. That is what we want to see. But if we see, as we don't have momentum much in the market, but I'm looking at them, I want to see these guys do something like this, something crazy, take away this high, okay? Because what I actually anticipated is seeing them trading into this level, but not manipulating down into it, but trading into the particular level. When they trade into this level, they pull back, they come down back again. But as you can see, they traded into this level, then it still went up again and break it up again. And that is to say that it has the potential of going higher than coming lower. But if they continue to give all this particular move, we'll be expecting them to trade into this level, they pull back, then continue their side, their down movement again. So this is what I will be expecting from this particular pair or this particular index. So this is what I want to see index doing today. And let's go straight up to 2 hours. Let me check out what is happening in 2 hours. I wish these guys actually traded into this level, but not manipulating into it. I wish they traded into this level, but not manipulating into it. So they traded into this level, this zone, but came back, manipulated into it and pulled out again. So these are just two opposing words. Look at it. This was analysis. They should come into this place and then come down. So they came into this place after they did the down manipulation. They came into this place. Okay. So they came into this place, then pulled back, traded into this level, they traded into this zone. They're supposed to remain in this particular zone, no consolidating around here. But instantly they manipulated into this zone and then left this zone immediately. And that's to tell us that these guys have they have ulterior motive of taking this word further high. All right. That is what I'm looking at. But if they continue to give us a break, they give us a little break of market structure here, we will just through that. We just by that to go down. But I'm seeing this guy taking this thing a little while. Let's go to another pair. So we don't let it take much time to do this analysis. Yeah, this actually gave us exactly what we uh, anticipated. This was our analysis for last week. I'm taking this out right now so the chart can be clear. And this was our analysis for yesterday. We wanted to see them trade into this particular level here to go up. So the first thing they did was they went up here, induced traders to go long before they come down short to what we anticipated, and now they've broken up here. They've broken up here. So if you go to a lower time frame, like in 30 minutes, let's say in 30 minutes, you will see that these guys, what they did was they traded to this level, and all they did is they went back, traded into this fair value gap here, this FVG. This is a very nice trade to catch this morning, to trade down, to trade down. So I'll be expecting them to possibly come into this particular level, this level. If they trade into this level, then I will be considering this trade. So I'm taking this. I want to see them do this, trade into this level. Okay. If they can do this, I'll be happy to join them. I want to see them do this. And until these guys take away this high, all right, I don't think they'll be going up, but I want to really see this. Why our bias is still basically, we're expecting a kind of a reversal here is because of what you have in a higher time frame. What you have in higher time frame, okay? That is why we see have this. Yeah, so as we can see, this market is still a kind of a downtrend, all right? But then we are expecting a reversal there based on the market cycle. Based on the market cycle, right? This market has actually done, has actually completed the cycle. We have 1, 2, then we have 3. Then we have this as W. So we want to see this go up and take away this particular high. That is why our bias is basically on the high spread. But we want to see a kind of a clear stop count down. And like what I told you guys yesterday, was because if you watch this level, it's as if this level is just being measured. Okay, that's to say that there's liquidity around here that need to flush down below this level. I want to see a kind of a stop from below this level before I see any movement up. If you watch here also, you see that we'll have some FVGs in a higher time frame, that in a lower time frame that need to be closed, and that is why we still want them to pull back into the fair value gap, all right, and then come down. Let's go back to 4 hours. I so can be fast and get this done. As you can see, this is the fair value gap I'm talking about. And also look at the fair value gap that I'm talking about. So I would like to see them give all this particular movement up and also close the particular fair value gap. If they come into this particular fair value gap, I'll be expecting a push down below this level. That is what I'll be expecting. So I want to see manipulations that will take this thing up to that side. And if you watch, the rated traders already that always analyze market based on short, let me say, macroeconomics. They look at this level here as what as a trend line. And because there is this level here as a trend line, there's liquidity resting above here. And this liquidity above here needs to be taken out by market makers. So we are looking at this guy having reason to the work to do manipulation to come up to this particular level here. All right. So that is why we are looking at these guys, to come down. They will feel them and go up. So here is fair value gap. If they can come down to the fair value gap, I'm going to come up and take away this liquidity here that's resting here. So that is why there's need for you to take your analysis on the higher time frame rather than considering the lower time frame. So this, as you can see, this trend line liquidity. All right, those who are on trend line now, they are selling. As they are selling now, they are believing that this market is going to go down. So this is going to be a kind of a first inducive move, all right, that will come down. So maybe during the New York section, all right, we may be seeing these guys, taking out this liquidity, trading into this fair value gap, and then coming up. So that is what I am kind of expecting from this particular pair. And the fair value gap here is not clear in 1 hour because here, now this fair value gap now is also a kind of a block in 1 hour. But if you go to a lower time frame, like in 30 minutes, you are going to see this as a fair value gap. Okay, look at it. It's a fair value gap. So we're expecting these guys to come down into the total fair value gap, take away all those liquidities, then trade into this fair value gap. Then we'll take our entry up to for them to clear this liquidity that is resting here. So our bias for this day is going to be on the buy side. That's what I'm going to take. I want to take this on the buy side. Then the earlier enough, I didn't see this earlier enough, and I would have taken this trade on the sell it down to take away all those liquidities. But let's go on so we can catch other trades. Guess how amazing it is. Great. Let's go straight to another pair. This is GBPUSD. GBPUSD has been performing normal as we analyze this today. Let's go straight to 1 hour and see what it played out. Now, based on my analysis, I told you guys something that these guys are likely to come to this particular level. Then, now on the morning when we're having this accumulation, we'll know that definitely that there is a fair value gap here, and there is also a fair value gap here on a higher time frame, right? Now, Anna said that these guys are going to do two things. It's either they do this inducement up to go and take up the fair value gap up. All right. Now, after that, they need to come down. So that is why I'm expecting these guys to do what? Trade into this level and then come down. So here we can see clearly that this guy, they took this upside first. All right. And that was why I sold this market down to this particular level yesterday. So, and some of you that are in my group, you will see that I posted this particular trades that I caught from this. So we're actually expecting these guys to do something for us today. And what is that? We are expecting these guys to continue the movement as they started based on analysis for yesterday. We want to see them do this, right? This is a fair value gap. And I'm taking out this, sorry. This also fair value gap. right? So market has traded into this level. So we're expecting a flush below this level, right? So that it can come down here. Let me shift this further so we can get it clear. So here, this liquidity is taken out already. And here also we'll have some people having the trend line like this. Okay. So what I want to see is I want to see these guys do this, trade into this zone, remove this liquidity that is resting here. All right. Or possibly come down to this level. So these are the two zones I want to see. So what I want to see is I want to see them do some kind of thing like this. Trade into this zone and possibly come down here, do what and do it. So these are the two zones I'm expecting them to trade into. Either give us the reversal from here, or they will extend it down to this level to go up. So this is what I want to see from this pair. This is what I'm expecting to see from this pair. So we have taken this triangle liquidity out. If we want to say have this triangle liquidity, see here. And this has to be taken out too. So I want to see them pull back into this level, then up, take away this liquidity and trade into this fair value gap that we have here. And this fair value gap should be in 30 minutes or thereabouts. Okay, it's actually in 4 hours. There's a 4 hours. Look at the fair value, this fair value gap. I don't know if it's 15 minutes or 30 minutes, but I know there's a fair value gap there, and that was why I spotted it out. Okay, let's go on, guys. So I want to see them manipulate to this level, then crash back down, then come to this particular level. This is what I want to see these guys do from this particular pair. This premise. Okay. Let's go straight up to another pair. We're going to GBPJPY. GBPJPY has delivered exactly as it was analyzed. Now we analyzed that this pair is going to do what's up this way, all right? Now to this particular level here, closing this fair value gap here. So the market did trade into this fair value gap. We took it down to the particular order block, and from there we went back to hit this particular level. Now this level is a level where I'm actually expecting this guy to do what? To give us a kind of a push down. But as you can see, we trade what we see, we don't trade what we feel. So as we have seen this market, now we know that there is a trend line here, which is very, very obvious trend line here. Okay. Now, this market has taken away the other side. Let's go back to 4 hours so we can see what I'm talking about clearly. Look at the fair value gap market are trading to and pull a little back here. We actually wanted this market to pull back lower and take away this level. All right, that is what we anticipated. But as you can see, market has not given us that. Instead, market is giving us reason that they still want to go a little up. So I'm taking these things out, because we trade what we see, we don't trade what we feel. So as this movement was coming back down, I actually expected this guy to keep going down, to take a window, give us open up a kind of a fair value gap up. That means we want to trade into it and go down. But now they are opening fair value gap down. That means they want to go up. So based on this, we are reanalyzing this market. That's why market, you see, it's not something you just analyze and you just stick to analysis. It's market that will tell you what it will do. And that is why you have to always go back and reanalyze your chart and check out what is really happening, if it's playing out as expected or not. So based on what we have seen here, if you watch here, we'll have this level. We'll have fair value gap here, which has made this area something that of something of interest for them. This is a fair value gap. I'm taking this out. We're taking out this today. I'm taking this out because it has been filled already. Okay. So now here we have fair value gap in 4 hours. And we'll have this other block. So break of market shows downside, pull back to other block, then possibly come down to go up. We'll have this other block, which I'm going down. I will go down to go and refine. Okay. Good. Based on what we have here, all right. Based on what we have here, what we're expecting from this is we want to see this markets pull a little back down. And if you watch here, we'll have something here too. If you value gap, I will have also a block here. Right? We'll have another block here. We'll have a value gap, which shows that this block is strong. Okay. So, and that is to tell us that this market is still likely to pull back down. All right. But then based on the momentum and what we have seen so far, these guys are likely to take out this liquidity that is resting here. So I'm going to have this as a block. Let me use this one. The block here to mitigate it here. This is an unmitigated block. Okay. The block structure here, go back down, trade into this level. So of course, most people will be expecting a sell, but the sell we expected, we saw just a little sell, push down sell. So I want to see something like this. I want to see something like this. Back here into this fair value gap and flush this liquidity up. All right, I would like to see it like this. Okay, and this is the first one. I will have this push down from here down to this level and have it up like this. These are the two possibilities I'm looking at. Now, based on these two things that I'm looking at now, I'm going to go back to a lower time frame so I can refine my blocks, right? So that we can have a good blocks of reference. Let's go back to 1 hour. This is what I'm actually expecting to see. Like I said, this place is a fair value gap. FVG in 4 hours is H4 FVG. Also, we'll have another FVG here. So this one is the first one we're looking at. All right. So this is the first one we're looking at. And when this happens, we'd like it to close above this level. And when it's come above this level, I would like to see them manipulate above this particular level. All right. So that is why we'll have what we'll have. That is why we'll have what we'll have. So market has opened, gather liquidity and take away this level. then back up to this level. Almost they'll come down to this level, possibly go up. Extend it further. If they give us an FVG, open up FVG in opposite direction, that means you want to take it down to this level. So you read what the market gives and trade. So this is what I'm actually expecting from this particular pair today. Let's go straight on that pair because of time. Next pair. Here, we analyze this market yesterday. Go back to 1 hour so we can see the play out of what we analyzed. So we analyze this market. I told you guys I'm waiting for this market at FVG, and this was the place I took the trade down. And I'm still on this trade to flush below this level. So that is exactly what we analyzed, and that is exactly what is still playing out. Have you seen how perfect it is? So first of all, what they did was they came back down to take away this, set stop liquidity, then trade back into the fair value gap to do what, to come down below this level. So we know that these guys are coming down, so you just go straight up to what? You go straight up to a lower time frame to see if you can see an FVG here to flow them down, because this liquidity, this stop liquidity here needs to be taken away, needs to be taken out. All right, because this is where the have the stop losses now. All right, so we need to take this level out right now. Then what we need to do is to go straight to a lower time frame and get our entry to sell back down this market. As I can see now, there is no fair value gap here. So I always work with fair value gap, fair value gap, fair value gap. That is actually what always gives me a kind of a discounted entries, combining that with my Fibonacci. So I have this level here, I have this here, I have this, and I have this. Look here. Now I have liquidity resting here, I have liquidity resting here. So I would like to see these guys do this up to this liquidity here, take away this liquidity here, trade into this fair value gap, get intercepted with this other block that has not been mitigated, got it mitigated, and do what, and find a way down. So that is what I'm expecting to see, so I can get an entry with them. So let's go straight to another pair. So this is the movement, right? I'll just show you entry, so you can smash down and take this place down. That's the trade. That's the trade for us. So let's go to another entry, another one. We're going to gold. Gold is actually performing exactly as analyzed. Let's go straight to 1 hour and see what gold gave us yesterday. So I told you guys something yesterday that this liquidity resting here needs to be taken out. All right, exactly as we analyzed the trade on and they came down, took away this liquidity. So I took this trade down, and also I took this trade up to the total level, and I left. So I'm just seeing this now. Now the question is, what is really happening here? So let's reanalyze. We have this trend line liquidity, okay? And also we have this okay. Okay, I'm taking this out. So we can have a clear view. This is 1 hour chart. And we'll have 2 hours fair value gap here. And also here, as you guys can see, we now have liquidity resting above here. This liquidity is nothing but what? The buy side liquidity, buy stop liquidity. Now, this buy stop liquidity here is of essence because some are already shorting this market and they put their stop loss here. So here, also down here, we'll have liquidity resting below this level, yeah? As you guys can see, we are having complete analysis of this particular chart. So the question is, what are we looking at this particular level? Here, we know that this market is going to reverse, but what they are doing right now is to induce traders to go short, more of short than long. Then they will use either moves or whatever they want to, or whatever they call it, to take these levels out. So what we are expecting these guys to do right now is this. Let's go straight up to, we're looking for a lower time frame, a time frame that exposes the fair value gap. I'm looking at the time frame that exposes the fair value gap to the downside or to the upside. Downside of the upside. So you are going back to lower time frame. Good. We'll have these. This one is 2 hours fair value gap. That's 2 hours fair value gap there. Okay, this 2 hours fair value gap. Nice one. Then also we'll have this place is already close. We'll have 2 hours fair value gap. We'll have a block here. Going straight to 4 to 5 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes. We'll have this. Okay. We'll have this block. Okay. We're going to 30 minutes. Nice one. These are 30 minutes. This is the block. This block has been, okay, I'm taking this out. Now we have seen what we're looking for. Boom, there's the liquidity here. There is a gap here. This gap actually intercepted with what area or zone where we'll have the buy side liquidity. So here we'll have fair value gap here in this zone, then there's buy side liquidity inside. So what are we expecting from this market? That is the question most of us will ask. This market has traded into this fair value gap here. Look at it, that's traded into this level. This level. I need to flush above this level. But it didn't flush above this level. It got mitigated here. Then it came back down. It didn't take away this level after trading into this small FVG. So you see gathering contract to the upside. Now, what I want to see in this market is this. I want to see this liquidity up here taken out and this liquidity down here taken out. And here also we'll have fair value gap and we'll have an order block here. So I want to see reasons why this market will do this. First I go. So like, wow. So I want to see this, and possibly they might come down to this level. But this should be the first level I'm looking at before they take off back. All right. This is what I want to see in this market. So it's either they do this for me or they will do this for me. We trade back to fill this fair value gap, to come back here, hit this level, come down here. Then these are two possible things that we're expecting from those guys today. So that is what we're expecting from gold today. Let's go straight up to another pair. Now we have seen what we're looking at. So, and I want to see them flush this level. Then here we'll have, sorry, I'm still on gold. Here we'll have this. This is a very serious block. I need to be giving attention to. All right. So until I see a break above this level, man, this market is still as good as bound trade. I want to see this level happen. I want to see this level happen. Okay. Let's go straight to another pair, which is US 100, then Mass 100, NASDAQ. NASDAQ broad structure came back here, return to this block. So we want to see them go back up here. Once they trade into this fair value gap, I want to see a manipulation down. That's why we'll have this analysis for yesterday. And if you go back to a lower time frame, you see it is actually playing out as it was analyzed. So this analysis remains the same. So we want to see them do something crazy here by doing what? I want them to go up this way, trade into this zone. They might actually give us a second chance to take also on that entry coming into this one, into this fair value gap that we'll have in between here. So if they do have any reason to come back into this fair value gap, I'll have a reason to buy it up here to sell it down. All right. So that is what also I'm also expecting from this pair. If they have any reason to come back to this level again, take it up here again, throw them down. I'm seeing them go back. So next one, we'll have US30. US30 performed exactly as analyzed. So I analyzed this yesterday too. And they're actually going up. They've traded into this particular fair value gap. I would like to see a flush down. Now in 4 hours, so we'll have the gap. Like I told you guys, I want to see them come up here, trade into the gap. Then look at this trend line liquidity and possibly flush it if they can, then come down. So I want to see them do this. Now, between here and here, of course, you'll see that it started into this FVG, the fair value gap here. So to do what? To flush above this high. So I would like to see them do this. Let's do it. That is what I want to see. So the analysis is correct and it's still moving the way as analyzed. So guys, this is where I will draw the curtain for today. Do have a wonderful trading day. If you're not part of Fxpg and you want to become part of our community, kindly visit fxpro.com.ng to become part of us. All right, and also you can drop comments so that if there's anything you wanted to look at or want any suggestion at all, so we can also give that attention. Thank you very much and do have a wonderful day.